Hi there, my name is Brian Mole. I'm a mobile DJ. I've been using DMX lighting for a few years, but never been really happy with it. I'm very happy with the sound side of things, but the DMX hasn't quite been right. So I've been searching for something that used to work really well in the old days. In the old days we used to use a controller which fired par cans. I used to sequence par cans, 4 par cans. I used to sequence them to the beat by detecting the audio accurately for a mobile disco. Now everything I've used DMX wise has failed miserably for one reason or another, and it's never really been synchronized to the beat. So I've been trying to find something that does the job well, and I think I found it. It seems to work exactly as I wish it to. It has the added feature of being dimmable throughout all the program ranges. So let's have a look. Okay, so the first thing I came across was this Ryger Footlight LED Parcam controller type thing. And that's wonderful for controlling DMX very heavily. It runs Daslight, which is a fantastic program, really good program, and this will run standalone. But to be able to trigger to sound, you need to have the PC running Windows, and you need to have the sound element running to detect the sound. And then that will trigger all the scenes that you've built in, which is a bit of a nuisance. I don't really want to have to rely on a Windows PC to do this for several reasons. When I was talking to Ryger, I came across this little box. This was at the Cedar Show Nights in January, but I didn't have much of a chance to see it properly. Here it is. This is the Ryger FL-P1, and it is a pre-programmed controller. It's very well built. It's made of metal. It's got a few buttons on the front to trigger flood, blackout, and to change scenes. And it's got 4 faders, one of which is really important. One of them is a brightness fader. Very important for me. Really like this. And it's got a couple of knobs, one that says speed and the other one that says sound. So what we can do is connect it up. Right, I have the Ryger FL-P1, which I've connected to an ADJ panel. It's got 4 sliders on it. It's got a bunch of buttons here. It's got a blackout button and a flood button, which predictably floods. And obviously a blackout kills it. Now, this has got some pre-programmed sequencers built into it. It's got 100 of them, and there's pretty much everything there. There's some colour phase and some colour chasers and all sorts of things. Ideally, this is good for connecting, let's say, 8 par cans to, because there's quite a few of these where you've got patterns built into the 8 par cans. But I just need one panel to wash the audience. I use this panel and a Wizard Extreme. The Wizard Extreme does all the flashy gobos and colours and everything. I need this to wash the audience, but this is too bright on its own. So I wanted something which also has a dimmer on it, a master dimmer, and this does. If I select a pattern, okay, let's bring it up. There we've got green pattern. Let's bring a bit of speed into it so you can see it's changing colours. I can dim the whole thing. Very useful if I've got a tiny venue, or if I've got a huge venue, I can bring it up a little bit more. the sound activation, I'll set up a speaker in a few minutes and we'll see what it's like. The sound activation, very clever. There's a adjustment here to adjust the volume, and it's optimized. This unit is filtered to listen to bass beats and to pick out the beat. So hopefully we can get a really decent change on it. Looks good so far. Most of these fixtures that I've tried have got microphones in there which pick up beats, but they go absolutely mental. They don't just move along one sequence to a beat. They really don't do it well. This seems to do it very well. I think the controller itself is very straightforward to use. It looks a little bit odd at first because you can't really make out what's what on there, but the manual that comes with it explains a fair bit about how to do stuff, and it's actually very straightforward. I think it's even got the switch settings for DMX values for 8 par cans that you would connect if you wanted to show the chasers and the patterns on 8 par cans. I'm just using the one. What I might do is a video a bit later on with 8 par cans and see how that goes, to give you an idea. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's standalone, it doesn't need a PC or Windows. You know, that's pretty much what I'd want to control par cans. I would imagine for doing uplighting this would be very good, because for uplighting, for instance in a marquee or somewhere like that, you want to be able to select easily the colours for your par cans to go along with your bride's requests, and you know, this seems like a very easy way of doing it. You know, it's all very self-explanatory. I think if anybody needs any help with this, feel free to get in touch. I'm based in Horsham in the southeast, so if you want to have a play with this and come and see what it does, by all means get in touch. www.dancemix.co.uk gets hold of me. I'm available most of the time during the week, so give me a ring and I can show you exactly how it works. We can try it out on your par cans. So I've bought in a speaker and let's see what it sounds like, shall we? I've got it on sound active. Let's bring up the pattern on the dimmer and let's make some noise. See, that to me is about right. I reckon that's pretty much what I'd want out of a sound chase. Control that correctly. Very straightforward to set up, very straightforward to use. Once you've been shown it's good. Like it. Thank you, Ryger. Ryger make this. Give you an idea of costs. I think the retail price is about 179 quid on this. So it won't break the bank either. Very good value. It's very sturdily built. And another thing, Ryger are based in Wiltshire in the UK. This is made in the UK. That's got to be a good thing this day and age. So I think they deserve a lot of support, and you know, that also means that their customer service is going to be second to none, really, because they're in the UK. We can talk to these guys. We see them at shows like BPM. They come to Cedar show nights. They come to you know, NAD shows and all sorts of things. So it's really worth supporting our local enterprises, and this is a really good one, I think.